multiplication of two complex numbers. Now in the multiplication we are having, now let Z1 and Z2 be two complex numbers say Z1 is equal to A plus iota B and Z2 is equal to C plus iota D. These are the two complex numbers. Now, the product of two complex numbers is defined as Z1 dot Z2 is equal to, now we are having A plus iota B and C plus iota D. So, AC minus BD plus iota with AD plus BC. Now, before proceeding this one, let me show you something. Now we are having Z is equal to A plus iota B, Z1, and Z2 is equal to C plus iota D. Now when we are multiplying these two, what we are getting, just look here, Z1 dot Z2 is equal to A plus iota B with C plus iota D. Is it clear? To this, how we are multiplying? A with C plus iota D plus iota B with C plus iota D. Now this we are getting AC plus iota with AD plus iota with BC plus iota square with B and with D. Is it clear? Now we are having AC plus iota common, AD plus BC, one thing, negative of BD. Now why negative? Because iota square is equal to what? Iota square is negative of 1. So basically what we are having, AC minus BD, that's what I have written here, AC minus BD real, okay, and iota with AD plus BC, AD plus BC, this is what? This is imaginary. Is it clear? So multiplication, we have to proceed like this one. You can just directly opt it. For the multiplication part, you can directly opt it. Now, after multiplication, we are having few of its properties. Now, the multiplication of, it can be 2 or more than 2, okay. So the multiplication of a complex numbers satisfies the following condition. Now number 1, as we have done it earlier in the addition of two complex numbers, number 1, the closure law. Now what this means? Multiplication of two complex numbers is a complex number. Now as it goes in the definition part. We have seen z1 dot z2, we are getting a real and an imaginary. Okay, so the closure law states multiplication of any of the two complex numbers is a complex number. Is it clear? Number 2, the commutative law. Now what this states? For any two complex numbers, say z1 and z2, what we are having? z1 dot z2 is always equal to z2 dot z1. Simple, the commutative law. Third one, the associative law. Now what the associative law means? For any three complex numbers, say z1, z2 and z3. What we are having in this law? We are having z1 dot z2 in one of the bracket with z3 is equal to z1 z2 dot z3. Again means first of all we have to multiply these two and we are getting a complex number. To that complex number we have to multiply with z3. Same, if we are multiplying first z2 and z3 with the result we are multiplying by z1, result will be same. So this is the associative law. Now number 4, the existence of multiplicative identity. This is the fourth property. Now the existence of multiplicative identity there exists a complex number z with 1. This is 1, okay. Z with 1 is always equal to z. This is the multiplicative identity, means a complex number multiplied with 1 always gives the same complex number. Now 4 we have done it, now number 5. The existence of multiplicative inverse, a very important thing. Now in this part what we are having, for any, or you can write it for every also, non-zero complex number now suppose we are having z is equal to a plus iota b, and where a should not be equal to 0 and b should not be equal to 0, okay. For any, or for you can write it every non-zero complex number. Okay, that's why I have mentioned a is not equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0. Now for every non-zero complex number, z is equal to a plus iota b, where a and b both should not be equal to 0, we have the complex number denoted by 1 upon z or z inverse. Is it clear? Z inverse is equal to, it will be a upon a square plus b square plus iota with minus b upon a square plus b square. Such that 1 upon z with z is always equal to 1. Now this is what? This is the existence of a multiplicative identity. Okay, now again I am just giving you a very small example. Now suppose we are having z is equal to a plus iota b. Now 1 upon z will be what? 1 upon a plus iota b. Is it clear? Now in the denominator we should not be having any imaginary sign. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are just going to rationalize it upon a minus iota b. Now what we are having? We are having a minus iota b upon, when we are multiplying these two, we will be getting a square minus plus b square. It will be a square minus iota square b square. That's why I have mentioned plus. Iota square is negative of 1, so this becomes a square plus b square. Now that's why we have written like this. Now real number with the denominator, a upon a square plus b square. Imaginary number again with the denominator, minus b upon a square plus b square. So this is the multiplicative inverse. Now last one is number 5, number 6 now. The distributive law. This is the last one here. Now for any three complex numbers, say z1, z2 and z3. Now what we can write for this one? We can write it a z1 with z2 plus z3. What the result will be? z1 times z2 plus z1 times z3. Simple thing will, okay? z1 times z3. And what b will be? B will be, now we have taken z1 here in the multiplication. Now we are having z1 plus z2 with z3, multiplying with z3. Distributive law, we have to add 2 and then we have to multiply the third one, what the result will be. So here this will become z1 times z3 plus z2 times z3. Is it clear? So these are the 6 properties for the multiplication of two complex